Hey everyone, Odds here. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great summer so far. I've been off for the last little while, taking a bit of a vacation, but I'm back now. Going to be putting out some more videos soon. We have the Mechabellum Mini Masters tournament coming up in a couple weeks that I am now focusing pretty hard on training for. And my brother Odyssey has been hooking up some custom games for me, and we're doing some training and stuff like that. I'm not going to be broadcasting most of that because I'm trying to keep some of those strategies and learnings like close to my chest, right? I don't want to give away everything that I'm working on for this tournament, but I do want to show a few games here and there. So this is a practice game I played last night with Dachshund, and hopefully you're okay with me sharing this, Dachshund. I think this was one of the great games that we had. If you're watching this, hey, how's it going? Yeah, so I wanted to showcase one of these games. I thought it was a really well played game. It was very interesting, both parts, and we get some cool techs. But not only that, like it's also a pretty safe game. So I've been working hard to try and have more of a safer gameplay. Even though I like to play aggro, I'm trying to like defend and do stuff and play safe, play smart. But at the same time, I still want to inject some of my, I don't know what you would call it, creativity into the game. And with that, there's, I like to play with Rhinos and some other units that maybe aren't used as often, or techs. And sometimes I feel like I can catch people off guard, and sometimes I feel like I can make it work. And I don't want to completely abandon that. I still want to play my style. I don't want to just adopt, top players' styles and play like that in order to win. I want to find my own way. So through this process over the next few weeks training for Mechabellum Mini Masters, I'm going to be trying to hone in on that and, just get my play up to par with better players. So Dachshund is a great player. So here we go in the first round here. We have the Voideye Tarantula pack aerial spec up against the Fire Badger spec from Dachshund. This round, yeah, he said he didn't really have very many good packs to start with, so he's gone with the Mustang pack. Pretty difficult to play into the spiders with this, but the Voideye is pretty decent against Stormcaller, so not the worst, but not great. But a shield airdrop is really good for Dachshund. I don't have a whole lot of damage units, and the way that my Voideyes are set up here against his, he's got 3 across, so he's like 3-shotting my 1 unit and killing it right away, which means I'm going to have less DPS from the Voideye, so if he's using a shield, it's going to be pretty difficult to get through. I picked the heavy armor because early heavy armor on Tarantula is super strong. See, we've got like quite a lot of HP on this Tarantula now. So now I build out a couple chaff, and I am aerial spec, but going up against the Mustangs, I mean, that is one of the advantages of having the Mustang in the early pack, is like I can't do like a round 2 Phoenix or Wasp or anything like that. I'm pretty limited with the actual aerial stuff that I'm able to do in the early rounds. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. All right, here we go. Okay, so Dachshund goes for the Stormcallers, which is a good pick, especially against these early Tarantulas here. It does pretty well. And yeah, you'll see like my early Voideye pack got picked off right away. My crawlers are slowly dying, and now the next wave's coming in. And so like I feel like the chaff timing is pretty good here, but with this shield we're really not able to get the damage in, and now these Stormcallers are fairly safe to just shell Tarantulas. We do manage to get the shield destroyed though, so that's good. And we got some levels on some of these Voideyes. Yeah, Dachshund takes another round here, or takes a round here. Great use of the shield. Alright, round 3. Redeploy. Another shield, underground threat, and haste. So these are all really, really good cards. Doxin goes for another shield. Unsurprisingly, it was really effective last round. And I'm deciding here. You know, redeploy is a really good card. I like to play redeploy a lot, but with this positioning, I feel like there's not a lot I can do with redeploy. Plus, if I'm doing like side flanks, sometimes I'll use it to put like a Phoenix or whatever, and then I can redeploy it later. But he's already got the Mustang, so there's less kind of like shenanigans you can do. So I go for the haste mod, which I think is also really good on the Tarantula. I'm missing a bit of damage too. Like I had a tough time dealing with that shield, so haste gives a bit of a damage boost, as well as the move speed boost, which obviously helps Tarantulas quite a bit too. So, yeah, and we throw down another 2 Tarantulas this turn. Trying to get that up in time because next turn, round 4, I'll be able to throw range on them, and then we'll be looking pretty good. So now we're just building a little bit more chaff. I think we're gonna probably put it on one of the sides. No, actually, okay, yeah, right. So we placed it here because these Void Eyes were really destroying mine right at the start. So I'm trying to make it so that at least the first volley doesn't kill us right away, and we can kind of survive a bit longer with our Void Eyes to get a little bit more of that damage output. So here we go. Another Stormcaller drop here, and the shield drop. This is also the turn of the Fire Badger, which does really well against all my crawlers here. You can see like Doxin's just playing really close in the middle here. He's forcing all my units to go into the middle, and then he can just kind of shell them with the Stormcallers. But I feel like with enough Tarantula, once they get levels, it's much harder to deal with, but not getting enough XP on them, not getting levels. Here we go. These Void Eyes. Staying alive, this energy absorption is really doing a lot of help keeping them up. Speed up a little bit here. And look at that, they just actually kill those Stormcallers. They don't have enough DPS to kill them in time. We get the tower, we get another pack of Void Eyes, and wow, we're going up to level 3 Void Eyes here. So this pack, this is the right pack, I think, and it's doing quite a lot of work here. It ends up winning the round for us, actually. Not bad. Alright, now the infamous Rhino drop. So of the other cards here, like Saber, probably not so good, but Wasp also probably terrible because of all the Mustangs. The Wasp, very good for my opponent. Sledge is maybe an option here for me as well. You know, I have armor on my Sledge. We can tank a whole lot of shots here, but I'm going for the Rhino. Rhino also does really well tanking here. And we're playing the mid-range Rhino. So I feel like in a lot of games, people take the Rhino, and like it's a totally valid strategy, and I use it all the time too. It's like, you know, you put it in the corners or somewhere and you can rush down a tower. There is like, you know, a bit of an opening here, but you got to kind of sell out of them over time. They're easier to counter when you put them right up on the line. But I feel like when you have Rhinos in the mid, it is harder to get a lock on them as your opponent. So let's say you had, I don't know, a Melter or a Hacker or like whatever. You've got crap in front of the Rhino and crap behind the Rhino. You have to clear all of it and make sure you get on the Rhino. So like, they don't die right away. You can't just immediately like laser them down or whatever. So that's why I'm playing with the mid-range Rhino here. I'm going for the Rhino that I want to keep for the rest of the game. Not sell out of them. We do get a little bit more chaff, and yeah, and then here I realize, oh yeah, in here, what is that? We're up against 3 packs of Wasps here, and I don't have any in here. But we'll see what happens on the ground here, because if we can clean up on the ground really hard, it shouldn't be too bad to deal with the Wasps next turn, and we're not going to lose too much damage. So the Rhino on the left, is tanking quite a lot from the Rhino on the right. He comes in and he kills all this stuff. You know what? He's gonna completely ignore this tower. How about we kill those fire batters instead? Oh, Woodeye doesn't quite get that tower. Yeah, look at this thing that stays alive forever. And with this round too, it looks like we're gonna get our tarantula levels. So that looks pretty good. Yeah, we're gonna take a bit of damage, but we got a lot of life to work with here. So not that big of a deal. May take forever for these wasps to clear this Rhino though. Okay, round 5. Whoop. Advanced starting, shield, efficient tech, and heavy armor. Heavy armor, super good card on a Rhino with armor. So this one felt like it had the most impact in this last round, so we're going to put the armor on that one. We do get our levels on the tarantulas, which is super good, and Dachshund right away is respecting the Rhinos. He goes for the steel ball with range right away. He wants to shut them down. Steel ball also not a bad unit with range against tarantula. If you have a higher level tarantula, they can kind of destroy the steel balls pretty easily. But with range, and they stay out of the way, they can do quite well. So this round, yeah, we start to get our Mustangs up. We want to make sure we can deal with these wasps. And I'm debating the timing here. I can't afford to have range on these Mustangs. I've only got $100 left. If we put them too far up, then they might just run into the fire badgers. So ideally we shift them back down, delay them as long as possible. We want them to be on the sides to deal with these side wasps. And yeah, there we go. Moving them back. And yeah, there's the shield coming down, but you know what? Rhinos don't care about shields. And putting the shield on this side is, I think, pretty risky anyway, because the Void Eye is already level 3. It's going to do quite a bit of damage here. I don't think it'll last too long. Rhino's coming in. And is immediately met with these steel balls. So that's pretty tough. What are we gonna do about that? Actually got 3 packs of balls here. He's going really hard into the balls. But you can see that tarantula is able to kill the ball. Not a problem as long as it's a higher level. And you know what? After all that, we're still not looking too bad. The tarantulas are going to clean this up. Oh, just barely not getting a level on this one. That's too bad. Okay, here we go. We got a Wraith drop, Fortress, Farseer, Arclight. Some decent options here. You know, Wraith is always a good one. Especially into, like, there's just a lot of small units here. And not a lot that really shoots up. I mean, like, the Wasps can and the Mustang can, but this is a level 3 Wraith. It's gonna do pretty well unless Dachshund wants to tech aerial spec and range on the Wasp. It takes 2 times text in order to deal with the Wraith. And they're only level 1, so not too worried about that. Let's go with the Mustangs. So now in order to deal with the steel ball, we're going to tech in the Final Blitz. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I think Final Blitz is great. I think it's such a great tech. And against steel ball, the Rhino with Final Blitz, I think actually deals with balls no problem. They can walk up into them, even with range. It doesn't kill them quick enough, especially like level 2 or with the heavy armor. So it just walks into them and then blows up and kills all the steel ball. So seeing that we have like so many small units here, we still want some more tarantulas. Another option we can do later too, maybe is like anti-air if he goes more into the wasps. Maybe if he techs energy shield, for example, that can help. Or, you know, HE as well is really important. We need to get that soon. Missile comes down, slows down this Rhino, unfortunately, but the one on the left is making its way through. Dachshund, really good play here, getting the degen beam, slowing everything down as well. And is it enough? Oh, just barely. That Rhino gets in and close enough to kill those steel balls. And this one coming in, boom, kills some steel balls, kills the shield. Not too bad. Got Wraith on Wraith, but unfortunately with the degen, we are not able to do enough damage to that Wraith, so it looks like we are running out of air units here. We're gonna get some towers. We do have a few Mustangs left. Let's see if they can do anything here. We'll get this Wraith. Nice. Let's see if we can get this other Wraith. We still don't have any techs on our Mustangs, so no range. They're gonna get pretty close. And no, not quite enough. So the Wraith, oh my god, it almost levels too. Pretty scary. But not too much damage here. Smoke bomb. Mass produce Rhino, improve fort. Yeah, smoke bomb, pretty good. Wow, we got lots of levels here. Definitely gotta level those up. You're getting pretty close to leveling that Rhino as well. Yeah, I go over the smoke as well. Really good card here. I'm not too worried about smoke. Not too worried about the smoke here. We're gonna get our mobile beacon. We're gonna start forcing the Rhino to get as close as possible to the tower. This Rhino with the heavy armor. So remember, when Final Blitz goes off, it deals its max HP to all units within 48 meters. So this is 86,000 HP, or damage. HP is converted to damage against a level 2 tower. Level 2 tower, fight increases in HP by 36,000. It is, I don't know exactly how much HP the tower has, but it is enough to kill a level 2 tower. So as long as we get it close enough, we're going to be able to crush it. And now we're going to go into the boats. So we're not really able to kill this Wraith unless we kind of get some heavy-duty air unit here. So I feel like the Overlord is a really good play. We've also got the Photon. That way we don't have to spend $700 on Photon on Rhinos here. We're going to get it for free with this Overlord. So we're kind of like doubling up. Get the Overlord to deal a little damage with the Wraith, and at the same time provide Photon to our Rhinos. So this does light here. Rhino going in on the right, and it blows up, but just barely not close enough to that tower. Rhino on the left also blows up, does some pretty good damage to all those steel balls there. And yeah, we do get that one Wraith. This other Wraith goes down as well. We do get a level on this Overlord, so awesome, awesome, awesome. Steel balls coming in, and you know, it's looking pretty good for us. Oh, we got a level on this Overlord too. Still level 1 tarantula, still not getting upgraded. And I think this Overlord should be able to close out the round here. So a couple more units that can shoot up. There we go. And we can clean up the rest of this. Still though, every round we're going back and forth. We still have so much life left. Been a very close game here. Ion is offered. Pretty hard to say no to the Ion Blast. Especially when you got units kind of clumped up like this. And mine as well. I think it'd be a really good Ion here or here. Yeah. I put one on the side here. I'm trying to get, you know, these fire batters and then whatever the steel balls. Hopefully if they get into the Ion here and then do some damage to this Wraith. Yeah, we get a level on Rhino as well. So now we do 130,000 damage. Just need to get in close to this tower. Make sure we take high mobility, hopefully. We want to move fast. Dachshund goes with the portable shield. And good thing we're going for our high explosive ammo this turn as well. That'll help tremendously dealing with all the chaff. We're starting to sell out of these Void Eyes. We need a little bit more money so that we can upgrade our Overlord. In this case, we don't have enough to upgrade both and get all the things that we want. Actually, we don't even get high mobility here. We don't have enough. We get 1 level on this Overlord. This is going to be our carry Overlord. And here we go again. We're going to push through with our Rhino. Oh, I borrow. Okay, there we go. Yeah, enhanced range, high mobility. There we go. That's all good. 50 bucks left. My missile. Yeah, we get a missile. Okay, so I put on the side here, hoping that maybe we can get these wasps. Let's see what happens with that. Ion comes down. Looking pretty good. My Rhino does go too far in front. It's getting in there. This Rhino too. And... oh, Rhino blows up, kills that tower. Left Rhino blows up, kills a whole bunch of steel balls. That missile goes off here. Got a ton of damage with that Ion Blast. Man, this is looking like a really good round for us. Managed to kill that high level Wraith. And now we just got 1 Wraith left. Got tons of units here. This level 2 Overlord, we should be completely fine. We do a lot of damage here with all these leftover units. Especially the tarantulas, they add up quite a bit. Nice, good hit there. Okay. But, oh my god, a level 6 Phoenix drop right away. That is the answer Doxin needs to deal with these Overlords. And also, you know, it does quite a lot of damage to Rhino too. You can stop the Rhino before they get up in your face. So that's a pretty good pick. I'm debating here. I'm looking at the Fortress maybe. You know, it could with anti-air maybe be okay. You know, deal with the Wasp. And I'm convinced he's going Phoenix. There's nothing else that he would really want here. But at the end of the day, that's 300 bucks for the fort, and I don't know if it's really that great. So we go for a Phoenix as well. It's not bad. It's only 50 bucks, and like, look how much you get. It does quite a lot of damage. You know, you just keep it in the back for later. You know, maybe it can help, like with Wraith or whatever, anything that comes out that we may need help with. And Doxin's going right away for this level 2 War Factor with armor. He's noticing that I don't have a lot of heavy damage. Only my Overlords are really the heavy damage dealers. You know, the tarantulas are chaff, clear, and our Rhinos are really, you know... The War Factor should shut down the Rhino, theoretically, right? It does quite a lot of damage too, and it might survive a blast, although it's, you know, 416,000, and what's this Rhino? 138,000? Like, it's quite a bit of damage. Looks like, yeah, I've run out of time here. I panic bought a bunch of Mustangs because I didn't know what to do. Not great here, especially coming into this War Factory. I was not expecting the War Factory. Yeah, here we go. That Rhino goes off. We do mobile beacon our Rhino on the left. I'm expecting him to have something countering on the right here. So we send both our Rhinos on the left. We do kill quite a lot of steel balls there. And this War Factory is doing quite a lot of tanking here. Now these Phoenix coming from the side, just one-shot that Overlord, no problem. Really gotta kill this factory. Come on. Okay, we get the factory, so at least we're not gonna take factory damage. We do lose our tower. With these high-level Phoenix coming in, oh my god, they're already almost level 7. There they go. They're gonna be level 7 Phoenix, that's crazy. And Doxin strikes back. He's going to do some damage. So, okay, what can we do here? We got redeploy, amp, absorption. Now, redeploy is pretty good, especially with Rhinos and stuff, but I've set them up to be, you know, mid-range Rhinos. I'm not sure I need to redeploy them. Amp core, extra damage and HP. Throwing that on a level 4 Overlord. I think that seems good to me. Like, how are you going to deal with that? 145,000 HP. Tons of damage. We're going to be able to do extra damage to this War Factory, which is sold right as I say that. And 2 are purchased. Okay. So he's going to assume that I'm going to counter here in the middle. And he's going to move. He's going to buy 2, put them on the sides here. We're going to throw down 1 more Overlord, and we get a Launcher Overload as well. We need to do a bit of extra damage change his mind about the factories. So the mobile beacon on the left kind of didn't really work as well as we wanted, so we're going to keep going on to the right again. Just kind of mixing it up every round. Okay, so Doxon did, maybe bought a chaff or something, did something, and now he's purchased back into the armor factories here. We have our level 4 Overlord. We did sell this middle Mustang, get a bit of extra money here. And then we get a Tarantula to help clear chaff for this Overlord so we can help deal with the factory that was in the middle. But that factory was sold, put on the sides. Okay, here we go. Oh, these Rhinos are actually running in towards these factories. Left factory dies right away. Right factory, a ton of damage from that Rhino when it blows up. Goes down quickly as well. Maybe not the best positioning there on the factories. We found a way to deal quite a lot of damage here. Rhinos converting HP to damage. Great, great job. And yeah, with this level 4 Overlord with the Amp Core, pretty difficult to deal with. We still have another Overlord left over here. If you saw on the right, we also traded our Overlord for that high level Phoenix, which is probably the game-winning move there, keeping that Phoenix dead. And with that, we're able to do just enough damage to secure the game there. Pretty crazy game. A lot of interesting plays here. I love this, like, absorb steel ball, the counter for the Rhino. But we countered back with our final blitz. We didn't need to tech photon or anything like that in order to for our Rhinos. We managed to find a photon with our Overlord to also at the same time deal with the Wraith and do our heavy damage. Now, yeah, killing these war factories was key here. Obviously, I didn't have enough money to go for a 4th Overlord, which, I don't know, I think if we did a 4th one, it would have also maybe been worse. I feel like, for me, Overlords are... sometimes when I pick them, I just lose. I don't know. Some people have really good luck with them. I don't seem to have great luck. But in this case, you know, we managed to get a heavy armor on this one and like an item on this one. We have level 4. So once they get high enough level, I feel like they're really quite good. You know, this Phoenix is tough. Maybe if it had range or something, but maybe no. Yeah, if it had range, then it would have stayed out of the range of the Overlord, perhaps. But I don't know, it's hard to say. I think the issue was, yeah, just these factories died a little too quickly. Really important we got that launcher Overlord to increase our damage. Yeah, so anyways, I hope you guys like that game. I hope you like you know, how interesting the game is, and I'm hoping to provide like a bunch more games like this. We're going to be doing some more practice games, and as long as my opponents say that it's okay, we can share some of these games maybe. I'd love to show a couple of them, not all of them. Like I said, I want to keep some cards close to my chest here going into the Mechabellum Mini Masters tournament. I am trying my best. I'm going to really try to win this tournament. So we'll see what happens here. I appreciate everyone's help and support and comments and criticisms and all that stuff. Everyone who's willing to come play with me and help me learn to play the game. Yeah. So thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate all your comments as well. If you have any comments, you know, leave them down in the comments below. I read all of them, and yeah, let me know what you think, and like, subscribe, all that stuff. And I look forward to bringing you some more videos. So yeah, stay tuned, and I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy the summer, guys. I hope you get out some and get in the sun and touch some grass a bit too. It's not all about Mechabellum, but yeah. All right, cheers.